NYPD helping Proud Boys commit fare evasion. Actually helping them. Come on through, racist. You're a bigot, every bigot gets in free. That's exactly what they did. NYPD, be afraid. NYPD gave members of the Proud Boys free rides on the subway last Thursday following a protest that disrupted a drag queen story time in Queens. Okay, so this is, boy, they had to get there. This is what it was about, right? You watch and you tell me what you think.
Proud Boys don't have to pay for the fare. No, Proud Boys don't have to pay for the fare.
We're special, thank you.
You don't have to pay for the fare.
Appreciate it from your tax.
Proud Boys don't have to pay for the fare.
No, thank you.
That is insane. Proud Boys don't have to pay for the fare.
$3. I'm sorry. I just need you to go out.
Oh, I have to pay for the fare, but they don't.
Right.
Is that the situation you're saying?
That's correct.
If you're proud, say it loud. You do not have to pay the fare. These bigots just got to go right in. And they were taunting the counter protesters behind them and the journalists who were told, you wait your turn, okay? Non-racist in the back. Video of the incident posted to Twitter and TikTok shows MTA workers holding an emergency gate open for members of the far right extremist group at a Jackson Heights station as NYPD officers escorted them through. They got a police escort. This, according to LGBTQ Nation. According to the New York Daily News, the incident followed a clash between the Proud Boys and counter protesters over a drag queen story hour event on Thursday, December 29th at a Queens library. Police said pepper spray was used by members of both groups during the confrontation. Councilman Shakar Krishnan, who represents the 25th district, estimated there were 500 protesters, with counter protesters far outnumbering the anti-drag protesters, right? Jackson Heights showed up today to stand with Drag Story Hour and our LGBTQ plus neighbors. We outnumbered the haters. Here he says 400 to 1, 100 rather. Drown them out with chanting, drumming, dancing, and ABBA sing-along. See, that's what ticked the Proud Boys off, is the last part, the ABBA sing-alongs. That was too much, and they needed a police escort from NYPD out of there, okay? ABBA was too much. Shakar Krishnan goes on to say, and despite tense moments inside the library, the performers handed out crayons and coloring sheets. I changed my mind, that's what did it, okay, the coloring. Too much joy, too much happiness, too much color, right? To a packed room of parents and kids before their reading. They all enjoyed a fun, calm hour together in our safe, welcoming library. This is Queens. Here's a statement from NYPD released this week on Monday. To de-escalate the situation and prevent further violence, a decision was made to escort one group to the Jackson Heights subway station to remove the group from the area. Due to the urgency and rapidly evolving situation, a determination was made to place the group on the subway and remove them from the area before the situation could escalate further. They had to save the racist, and they didn't have much time. Everybody knows the Proud Boys can't take care of themselves. They're the victims, and so the police had to protect them. Spokesperson also said one person, 32-year-old John Curry of Grand Central Parkway, Queens, New York, was arrested in connection with Thursday's protest. The NYPD also received 2 arson complaints in which an unidentified individual allegedly poured a substance on 2 unoccupied vehicles and set them on fire. Those cases are still under investigation, the spokesperson said. You might want to check the Proud Boys for lighter fluid. Okay, but you escorted them through and said, you don't have to pay, just come on, get out of here quick. Councilwoman Sandy Nurse, who represents Brooklyn's 37th district, retweeted the video on Monday, tweeting, we pay 10 million every month to pay about 120 private security guards to stand by and prevent fare evasion. I guess it's cool for homophobic white men who participated in a violent attempted coup against the nation to evade fares. Well, yes, Councilwoman, you're exactly right. It is cool. NYPD thinks that is very cool, okay? So they said, come on through. And basically told the other people who had to pay to kind of just shut up and wait. Nurse added, whether it's a de-escalation technique or not, it's still symbolic. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like our priorities are in place. Well, Councilwoman Nurse, the priorities are not in place. The priorities are protecting racists and allowing them to evade the fare. New York State Senator Jessica Ramos also tweeted, echoing similar sentiments, just spoke to the precinct. They said they had to escort the Proud Boys because they were picking fights with people on the street like vendors as well as reporters. Still, this wouldn't look so hypocritical if NYPD would stop arresting people of color over a $2.75 fare. Jessica, I'll stop there and let you put in your 2 cents. And then apparently NYPD was happy to add the other $2.73. Okay, what on earth?
Yeah, what on earth is absolutely right. I mean, it wouldn't look hypocritical, not only if they were arresting folks for evading the fare, but just if someone is black and is disturbing the peace and suspected to be violent, picking fights with journalists, you detain them, they end up in jail and could go to Rikers in New York. But if they're white, you give them an escort. That's the hypocrisy really there. If someone is black, the instinct is that they're up to worse things. Your instinct is conspiracy theories. If they're white, you make excuses for them and give them preferential treatment. Why don't they have Metro cards? Like, why can't they just pay the fare and go through the subway? You could escort them and still make them pay the fare. Is it that they're not from New York City, so they don't pay the taxes to subsidize the subway system and help pay the fare? That's exactly right. But a single mother who lives in New York and pays taxes in New York would still have to pay the fare and could be arrested if she does not. I mean, the hypocrisy here is on full display.
Hypocrisy is something they love. Before we move on to the next story, I should button it with this. Because again, the NYPD says they had to make a tactical response, Jessica. And you, myself, we've never been police officers. We've never faced this kind of danger. They had to do what they had to do, except there's more. One individual present allegedly caught the NYPD also pushing and trampling counter protesters, some of which included kids. So there's that. You gotta pick your battles, and apparently the battle was against the non-racists that day, that part.